Just when I think my day is over, this one when I come in here talking about she hungry. So, I guess we're cooking. I got mushrooms. Let's make some fried mushrooms. I've got my whole wheat flour. I've got my pre-made Fury seasoning. It's just salt, paprika, dried mustard, tiny bit of parsley, sea salt, and pink salt. I'm using grapeseed oil because it has a high smoke point and it's good for high temperatures. I'm using a pot that's not too wide, not too deep, so I don't have to use so much oil. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on a 3 and start to warm my oil up. In my house, everything we eat gets washed. So I'm gonna rinse these off, and I'm gonna set them in my sifter, and then I'm gonna put them on paper towels to dry. Alright, I'm gonna dump this water out, rinse them 3 times. I live by a law of 3. I find if you go over things 3 times, you're more prone to catch mistakes. Read a text 3 times before you send it. Read paperwork 3 times before you sign it. Wash your vegetables 3 times before you eat it. I'm gonna let this drain for a few minutes while we make our wet batter. Alright, it's been a few minutes. Let me set those in there. Give that a few minutes. This is my filtered water. Like I said, I was in there chilling. We're about to make this very easy. My oil is warming up. Flour is going to go onto these bad boys before I even put them in the wet batter. Give it a dusting of dry flour first and then put them in the wet batter. It's going to make them so much more crispy. Just want to get as much moisture as we can out here. First, a little Fury seasoning, a pre-salt, because that flour is not going to have any flavor. But we don't want to over salt at this point because the wet batter is also going to have salt in it. And I have a tendency to over salt food. Okay, this is our dusting. So we make sure our mushrooms are nice and crispy. Alright, let's set that to the side and make our wet batter. I have my whole wheat flour, a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of oregano, and my Fury seasoning. I'm going to add my filtered water to this and make a wet batter. Some people use breadcrumbs, but I don't have breadcrumbs. Like I said, you can make it more than one type of way. This is the quick and easy vegan way. I tasted it and it was lacking, so I added a little bit more pink salt, a little bit more Fury seasoning, and now it tastes better. I'm gonna add a little bit of parsley, and then we're good to go. Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna let the batter sit. This is what I would do with any kind of flour-based batter. I do it with my brownie batter, I do it with my waffle and pancake mix, and my cornbread, and I'm certainly gonna do it now. Otherwise, the batter's gonna taste like flour. So I'm gonna set it to the side, let the flavors meld, and I'm gonna turn my oil up from a 3 where it's at right now to about a 6. That's about a medium high. And wipe this table down. All right, I have my wet batter, I have my dusted mushrooms, and I have my little doodad that I'm going to put all of my finished fried mushrooms on. Right now, I'm going to dip my caps into my wet batter and put them on that plate. Okay, my oil is hot enough, and these are ready to go in. I'm going to do 3 or 4 at a time. I still have these left, but I am running out of batter. If you find yourself in this situation, just take these mushrooms out, dump the rest of the flour that's left at the bottom of the bowl into the little bit of batter that you have left, and add a little bit of water. Watch this. You don't need much. Always start out with a little bit of water so you don't make it too runny. You want it to stick. Ta-da! Some would say it's science, or some would say it's magic. Some would say it's magic, or some would say it's food. Let's go put some stuff in the fryer. I didn't realize I could put that many in there. Talking about 3. This pan's bigger than I thought it was. Alright, here's the rest of the mushrooms. Now you got a too. I made these before and we like our mushrooms fried hard. Looks good to me. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind if it was a little harder, but let me not do the most. We're just gonna keep cooking when we take it out. You know I was praying I didn't drop that right. It's so easy to make your favorite fast foods at home. Shout out to Judah for the tray. Go! I'm not gonna crowd it this time. Ouch. Let's put a couple of little pieces in here. Okay, and I'll save these for the next round. See, I learned my lesson. I don't know if I told you, but I turned it down to a medium. I'm making a little dipping sauce with some vegan mayonnaise, spicy brown mustard, the tiniest bit of this red wine vinegar, and some oregano oil that I made myself. Quick and easy. You can make a dipping sauce out of anything. My son will probably add agave to this. This is the point where I thought that it would be a good idea to turn the heat up to like a 6. That was not a good idea. I should have kept that on the medium. I guess these are mine. I feel like you get better results if you just toggle them like this halfway through cooking instead of waiting for one side to get brown or not. Yeah, but 8 was too high. 8 was way too high. I'm almost done. And my thing with dishes like this is like rinse it off before you put it in my brand new dishwater. But nobody else in my household thinks about stuff like that. And then when I say something, I'm the problem. Okay. Laughing at you peeking around the corner. Alright, that's enough of that. This is done enough. Alright, friend, that's a win. Even those. I like my stuff crispy. Don't even worry about it. It's a win. Because my baby's happy. Good. These are way too hot to eat right now. I'm going to let these sit here. She is going to come in here and devour these as soon as she sees them. But my little crispy treats, I'll eat them in about 15 or 20 minutes. Thank you for spending time with me here in Fury World. If you'd like to check out my music, it's available under my artist name, The Fury of Abyss, on all music streaming platforms worldwide. Would you try this recipe? Isn't it easy though? It didn't take very long at all. This was the fast version. You can do all types of fun stuff with this recipe. You can use breadcrumbs, you can add turmeric, you can do whatever you want. This was just something to make my kid happy because she was hungry and I had mushrooms. So here we are. I love you, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Peace.